So we're back with another team report. It's late, I know, and bear with the commentary, it's still on my strong point. This is for Birmingham Regional Championships that took place in January 2025, the first European tournament of Regulation G. And we're going to go through my run and my team. So I was a bit lost when Reg G came back. I didn't play the first time round, I was away. So I had to kind of start behind everyone else. I obviously had I had a good run at Stuttgart. So I was looking to build on that. And after some trial and error, I was having some really good runs in limitless tours with the team in front of you now. It is just hard trick room. However, it's kind of catered, I felt, towards what the metagame was. Terra Fairy Ice Rider was picking up in usage. It's just clear amulet, minimum speed, has a chance to live Specs Drift, I think. I can't really remember the calc too much. I think it's a very low chance, but it does have a chance. So yeah, we'll start from back. I went with Indeedee, just classic. Psychic Terrain, good for Maridon. Redirect. I ran Light Screen on it to help with the Travelers matchup because I was actually struggling with that a little bit, and I played it twice in my run and I won both of them, so it was a good call. Fire Pond, went slow on Fire Pond. In theory, to redirect Willow, to redirect Spore, and it has a. I went really slow to be able to make most of the stun. Didn't really work. It was a lot harder to pilot than the theory looks on paper. Ursaluna, just Terra Ghost, Trick Room Sweeper, can't be fake out stalled with the Terra Ghost. Went Brick Break so I didn't get slowed down by screens, because if you set screens to stall that Trick Room, once Trick Room ends, I'm in trouble. Raging Bolt, Life Orb. Now the theory was that Life Orb Raging Bolt in Sun with Torkoal should be a great Trick Room Sweeper. It was a bit of a flop, and it was a bit disappointing. I really wish I went Weatherball on it instead of Thunderclap to have the Psychic Terrain anyway, and Weatherball literally just destroys Zamazenta. Like, the calc is insane, and it just gives me such if I went Terra Grass Weatherball, Amoonga Sam is just free. And then the Torkoal, I actually went Safety Goggles for Torkoal because Amoonga's Calyrex Ice, then if we get Trick 'em up, we always threaten a KO, and you can't just protect Calyrex Ice, put Torkoal to sleep. Had the Will-O-Wisp for support as well. The team was good, and I was excited to use it. And yeah, we'll get into my run now. So I came 91st. So first round I played Terrapagos and I won 2-0. Round 2 I played James. He's a quite well-known British player. He made Worlds last year. I think he's close to an invite this year, and he's a good player. And I won 2-0, and it was a tough set. I made some reads that paid off, and if they didn't, I'd probably lose. Yeah, I managed to win. So round 3, William Basilino, he won the whole thing. That was his only day 1 loss, and he was just running Arrowberg and Maridon. I lost game 1 on a speed tie, won game 2, and then I won game 3 on a speed tie. But it was a bit messy. Managed to get the win though, and won that set 2-1. I then went into round 4 playing Anthony. He had just been on stream using the Nielsen team, which he started free of as well, and I won 2-0. So I'm 4-0, and this is an incredible start. Best start I've ever had. 3rd ever tournament. And yeah, and then I played Giuseppe, who is I think 7th in Europe right now. Top player. And we had an insanely close set. I won game 1, lost game 2, and then he made a really good call in game 3 to protect his Amoongus, to bait out my Calyrex Ice Riders Protect. And yeah, and then we ended up in this endgame where we were in Trick Room, and if I just survived Heavy Slam, I'd probably win. However, I actually ran the calc, and Heavy Slam is pretty much always a KO. So it was an insanely close set. Lost 2-1. Sometimes you just lose those games, and it's tough, but you just got to get on. Round 6, I played Juanma. Once again, a ridiculously good player running the Spanish Sun team. And while the matchup was in my favour on paper, he knew how to play this matchup because he cooked me game 1. And in game 2, it came down to a Ditto speed tie of Raging Bolts, and his Ditto Draco'd me before I could Draco his. So lost game 2 on a speed tie, but he said himself, he said, it's my toughest matchup, I know my outs. Fair play to him. All of a sudden, 4-2, I'm playing Lee, who is one of the casters, and yeah, once again, we had just an insanely close set. Running the Terrapagos team, lost game 1, won game 2, and then game 3 just went on for ages. He stalled out 2 Trick Rooms, finally got his +3 Terrapagos Terra Star Smurf into Ice Rider, and I survived on 10 HP, set up a third trick room, and I was able to see the game out. Gets me to a winning in, and played Roman, who is another top player. He makes day two all the time, pretty much. And the moment I turned the team sheet over, I was like, well, I think I've lost. You know, that classic matchup wheel. It obviously blessed me in the early rounds with Maridon, which was favourable for me. But now this team, this is where I learned the hard way that fast Ice Rider beats slow Ice Rider. And I got absolutely cooked. 2-0, ended 5-3, lost the winning in. And I was a bit disappointed after my start, but hard trick room is always a risky call. So literally a one trick pony, and if you can't execute it right, you pretty much always lose. And so I decided to retire the team. But yeah, this was my run at Birmingham, 91st, 5-3. Not the worst run, but I was disappointed not to push on to day two. However, I will just say all my opponents that beat me, fair play to them. They all outplayed me, and it was back to the drawing board for EUIC. So yeah, that's my run. This is the team, and yeah,